poetic in the sense nga we came from there. We came from water. You know, we came from muck, and then we crawled out of the water and became us. You know.
Yeah.
So this just the smell of water. I love that. I'm not a beach kind of guy. I don't like to swim. I'm not the kind of person that loves to swim. Although I like exercising in the pool by running around and all that stuff, but I'd rather just sit by the sand and just enjoy the beach. There's something about looking at the beach that almost give you a sense of what infinity looks like, what forever looks like, because you know it's like the whole horizon is like it looks like it's forever, right?
Oh,
I don't know, man. I love the island life. How about you? If you had to choose,
I've definitely much more of a city person.
Really? You like city life?
To an extent, pero I do recognize nga.
What is it about the city that's better than what I just described, man?
Dili necessarily better, but there's a lot of modern conveniences.
Well, it doesn't mean that you're stuck there in the sea.
Oh yeah, well yeah, siguro. Pero ako lang kan kay I'm used to. I grew up with kaning mga modern conveniences.
Okay, so give me an example of what's so great about the city. Aside from the modern conveniences, that doesn't mean that you don't have modern conveniences in the beach, right? If you go to the places that like I mentioned, kanang Siargao, Boracay, you know, Mactan, nanan mo sila yung mga mall. It's very near, right?
Yeah.
So what do you mean by describe to me something that I just described, but in a city setting?
Well, I'm not as poetic as you.
No. But give me like a good time in the city.
A good time in the city.
Yeah.
For me, it's not necessarily having a good time in the city. It's just the things that I'm used to doing. Like sa akong downtime, it's more available.
Okay, so what do you do like in your downtime aside from doing errands for your anxious mom?
Yeah. I like to binge watch mga series.
Yeah.
And
that's nice too. I like that. I do that too.
Yeah, and I like doing that in the comfort of my home.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something very.
Yeah. That you know, I like that too.
Yeah, and besides that, I also like binge reading. Kaning mga web comic series or kaning manga or kaning just even American comics. I like reading a lot of those. So it's something mas readily available sa in the city.
That's granting there's no Wi-Fi in the beach, right?
Oh yeah, and usually man that can be the case, especially if depende kung aha ka nga beach.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know what beach you've been to, but all beaches have Wi-Fi.
Well, beach houses.
There's even a series called Geeks in the Beach, right? Like a bunch of geeks, like a bunch of people who live in Silicon Valley or some tech guys, you know, convening in the beach.
Okay.
So you know, so it's just a Wi-Fi thing.
Maybe.
Right.
Buzzing.
You know what I even do, bro? What I do is, I switch the TV because YouTube has like beach vibes channels. So I just listen to the sound of the waves, and sometimes I just fall asleep with the sound of the waves. Although it sounds like white noise, right?
Yeah.
Right, it's annoying sometimes. So I can't, but that's what I do sometimes. Or just look at the beach, and there's like videos of the beach for like hours, right? And then just sit there and stare at the beach.
Yeah, I think it can give a very peaceful.
It sounds romantic, but it sounds nice, but you really can't do it also for a prolonged period of time, right? In the same way that kanimo gihisgutan nga Netflix, like once you see like a great movie. Which happens to me many times, right? Like watch a great movie, like freaking moves you, right? Like, oh man, changes the way you look at the world and all that stuff. And then you want more, right?
Yeah.
And usually, number one, you didn't give time for you to absorb and to let the movie sink in, right? Which is mind blowing, right? You want to hear or see another movie, right? Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Like don't you? Isn't the point of a movie to be moved and why do you need more, right? I mean, nga kung nakainindot nga slid lang gitan-aw niya na grabe kay grabe kay ka earth shaking para nimo. The next most of the time, this is me, and I'm sure, I don't know if it's you also. Your next move is you want more.
Yeah.
I want to see something more of that.
Yeah,
And Netflix, because of its algorithm, they suggest to you more movies of the same kind. Diba?
Yeah.
So, and then you did not give the movie that you saw that blew you away the respect and honor to let it
Sink in.
sleep with you for a while, sink in with you for a while, right?
Yeah, I think that's a very common nga feeling these days, especially I guess that's also why
Mo nang addictive ka ng mga series, ha?
ang mga series kana daga na kay mga series karon I guess compared to like movies. I see more series announcements and even movies they're more giplano na nila daan nga trilogy ni nga movie.
Correct. Dili kay trilogy ra pila na ka seasons.
Oh, lagi.
Diba? So which is funny ba because I was just listening to one of my favorite health podcasters was Andrew Huberman. Nagingon siya and I know this to be a fact. It's just nga karon lang ko nakadungog again bitaw nga the thing with sugar is that your automatic feeling if you eat something sweet is to get more of it. Mo gina akong nabantayan like this is so me and I'm sure this is most human beings nga. For example, I eat like one small piece of chocolate. Once I eat it and it's good, I want more of it. Ang ice cream, dili gid mahimo nga usa ka spoon ra ang ice cream ba yoy? Right? Like once you eat a spoon of ice cream, oh man, you want more and more and more, right?
Yeah.
So, ang property niya ba is really addiction, di ba? Di ba I told you about this before nga there was a study nga they compared cocaine and sugar nga ang sugar gets to the brain quicker than cocaine. Right?
Oh.
So grabe kay ka powerful ning sugar, di ba? So pareha ra gyapon sa pagtanaw og kaning binge watching ba nga if you see something compelling, you want more.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah. I think actually I don't know if the mention about nimo sa ako sa una nga ang kanang cocaine versus sugar nga mas dali maka adto sa brain ang sugar.
It hits you quicker. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, now you know. Right? So mo na siya akong pasabot ba is there that is an addict I think that's how addiction works, right?
Yeah, exactly. Nga kanang it affects certain areas sa brain nga I think ang dopamine receptors nato usually and then it because it's such a quick hit you just want more and more and more.
So mo na siya nga kanang doom scrolling po, di ba?
Oh yeah, napuna sa doom scrolling.
Ding tan-aw nimo nga lingaw kay kastanan you want more of that and yun ang nakagwapo pag yun sa kaning mga social media platforms kay mga bright boys mga bright girls man ang gipang program nila their mission is to keep you on their devices and their social media channels as long as possible, di ba? So inigtan-aw nimo sa usa ka video, let's just say cat videos, right? Yung ganahan ka cat videos, right? Ito na lingaw kay kastanan scroll ka so kibaw na ang algorithm ganahan ni cat videos ato ni tiraha cat videos sabi dara more cat videos, right? And more cat videos wala na sig humana na dili na ka makalingkawas sa imong cellphone na ining mata nimo kadlaw na wag mo ka nakatog kay sige tanang cat videos, di ba? Di ba bay?
Lagi I gets na ako. Ang kanang lagi giingon nila nga kon if you spend a few seconds sa isa ka video makaibong na lang ka imong feed kay puros na lang parehas ato nga video. Like,
so grabe jud kay sa gi-hack yun nila ang the human beings, ha?
Yeah, in a way.
Di-hack yun nila ba niya? Pag human morotag wa man tay bawta na ba? Wa man tay bawta na. Kini kasabot ka?
Yeah.
Kana bitong kung boxing nga imuhang kontra mas dako nimo. Pili di man jud gana.
Yeah,
ang akong pasabot ba this fight, this bout, if you want to call it that, man versus machine, pili gyud ang tao di gyud mahimo nga dili ka mo doom scroll di gyud mahimo nga dili ka ma stuck sa imuhang situation ba. But I think knowing is power, meaning to say kung kibaw ka sa imong tendensiya nga inani, at least it gives you more kind of agency ba nga, you know, I shouldn't do this and all that stuff, right?
Lagi. Kanang knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
I can definitely agree with that, especially kay when I became more aware gani of like ang algorithmic practices on social media. I started noticing it more sa akong feed, and then whenever I notice that, I'm like, okay, actually I think I'm gonna hop off sa because we're puno na nagkaan.
Mo nang rason ba nga way bout ang kaning old medium sa social media. Kay ang, for example, radio, TV, di ba? Wala man siya idea kung nalingaw ang mga tao, nag-goal ang mga tao, although na pamaagi nga mo react ang mga tao through text 0999-887-6070 or sa ato ang mga message boards, diba? Sa ato ang YouTube, TikTok o Facebook. Pero kadaghanan ko, especially kitang mga Pilipino, di man kayo tayo ganahan mo react, di ba? Kadaghan kayo mga amigo na ko, mga amiga nga, musulti sila nga naminaw mo kanimo jig, pero di lang ko mo react. Ano bitaw? di lang ko mo appeal ba? Kaya di sila ganahan mag-appeal bitaw. That's actually a very Filipino thing also, di ba? We talked about that nga, we're really like, we don't really confront, we don't really participate, di ba? Dili man na, gawas kung siguro atong tagaan sila kwarta, for example, di ba? And i-reward, di ba?
Yeah,
pero unsa may
incentives.
mo man nagibuhat sa Facebook pod ug sa uban nga mga social media platforms na may mga incentives ng ihatag nila, di ba? For example, kanang Facebook, kung influencer ka kada buwan or whatever, tagaan ka nilang nagi real kwarta gyud involved ba? Kanang TikTok na man mga rewards and all that stuff too, di ba? So nagud siya na kay mabuhat nga nindot reward ka, na kay buhat nga babati i-cancel ka, i-ban ka and all that stuff, diba? So it's really about stimulation ba? It's about reward and punishment ba, diba?
Yeah, definitely. Especially I think the conjud ang pinaka kusog nga motivator jud is money. Unfortunately, okay, just the thought of being able to make money will drive people to do certain things.
Correct. Oh.
And conjud, I think social media companies have been able to utilize that what do you call that, influence very well.
But kaning atong quote unquote desires and longings and addiction to sugar, to TV series, to TikTok and doom scrolling, right? To what end? Like what do we really want? Unsa man para ni sa atong kalipay? Is this for us to feel happy or what? And is that even a worthy goal to be happy, di ba? Kung mao magana atong tuyo nga mag-doom scroll ta mo tanaw tag Netflix mo kaon tag ice cream, is that to be happy? Or is there another way of is there another goal? Maybe perhaps imuhang kalinaw, imuhang peace of mind, di ba? Unsa may maayo nga goal di ay sa ato ang gipangbuhat, di ba? Why do the things that we do in the first place? And is happiness a more superior goal compared to having peace of mind? Is kana imong kalipay mas importante ba na sa imong kalinaw, sa imong kinabuhi? Ikaw ba tan-an mo ba? Because I think these are two different things. Kanang kalinaw ug kalipay, peace of mind and happiness.
Well, personally, I've always viewed ang kanang peace of mind and happiness as they're two separate things, but they kind of go hand in hand gani. Kung nakay kalipay na kay peace of mind. For me, kanang
kanang kalipay, I feel like it's something that people pursue. It's like there's a goal. And then peace of mind is almost like the lack of it. You know what I mean? Like you're just at peace, right? For example, hisgot man tag label ganiha, di ba? Kung for example, you're given a choice between, let's just say for example, ganahan ka musud og relasyon kana kay label, di ba? So now you're with somebody, another complex being as complicated as you, di ba? So kuan na siya, mo na siyang mura man siya recipe for sometimes disaster, di ba? Two different people agreeing to for example live with each other. Kung gina siya like kung dili ka kibaw, recipe for disaster gina siya, di ba?
Yeah.
That's the path number 1. Path number 2 is you know, you want peace in your life. You don't want any kagubot. You don't have the hassle of this and that, right? So you decide to just not be with somebody, like be single, for example, right? You have peace. There's a kind of peace to that, di ba?
Yeah.
So mo na akong pasabot, mo na akong tan-aw sa distinction ng duha. Kanang happiness, murag imo nang abtun, imo nang paningkamutan. Kanang peace of mind, it could just be nga murag getting away from all of that requires
work
and require. Well, actually, if
effort rather.
Effort, because I think it still also requires a lot of effort. In fact, you know, like there's so much effort for world peace, diba?
Yeah.
and all of that stuff, right? So yeah. So what do you think?
Okay, so giyatagan jud og distinction.
Yeah.
Happiness or peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Well, if I were to choose one or the other to focus on, I think para nako mas ideal if ang unahon nimo kay peace of mind. Kaya I think especially with ang example nimo gihatag on, you know, trying to attain happiness, I think mas dali ka maka-attain og kalipay kung naa kay kalinaw. So if na kay peace of mind, mas ma-focus pod nimo ang unsay dapat nimo buhaton para ma-reach nimo ang imong happiness.
So meaning to say nga murag mas basic na ang peace of mind as opposed to
happiness.
Because kung na kay kalinaw, mas sayo na lang ka mangitag kalipay.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with that, but there's always a but because this is a conversation, right?
Yeah.
But this is just my pinulosopo na po ni Bay.
Go.
The default mode of the universe is chaos, di ba? Kagubot,
yeah,
di ba?
Yeah.
So kung magpispis ka diha, unya ang kalibutan nagkagubot, di ba? Murag lisod kayo, di ba?
Lisod yun.
Grabe kayo ka challenging, di ba? Short of being a monk in Tibet, di ba? Nga molag they've isolated themselves from the world, from the chaos. Lisod kayo magpispis ka in a place in which the default mode is chaos.
Yeah.
Di ba?
True.
So you'll never be able to attain that peace of mind that you're looking for. Right? Because gubot man gyud, like for example, hinampiling lang ka diha, nag-meditate ka, na manawag ni mo kalit, hoy, imong thumbnail giban man ni sa Facebook, na unsa man ni, hoy, akara makagbutang sa imuhang thumbnail diha, dili man na mao nga picture. Or whatever, you know, it could be anything, right?
Yeah,
so imong peace ma-disturb na po, di ba? So unsa man nimo kung mag peace of mind ka diha niya, ang kalibutan, ang universe is chaos. Ben, unsa man nimo, pasabta ko na ko be.
Okay. So I think given the fact nga kuan jud siya chaotic jud ang atong kalibutan. I think when we talk about peace of mind, it's kanang kuan it's something within you. Yeah, you're not necessarily going to let yourself be bothered sa constant nga changes in life, sa constant nga chaos. Nga ang goal is to become as unfazed by the chaos as much as possible. Dili siya kuan ingon nga
robot naman ang unfazed siguro ba? Mura mo dili man na mahimo sa katawo siguro mo unfazed ka, di ba?
Lagi. Pero as kuan lang, dili siya ingon na completely unfazed, pero you're trying your best nga when the chaos comes around, dili ra kay ka ma-throw off gani sa imong kuan.
Abo matindi. Dili ka ma-throw off.
Dili ka ma-throw off sa imong kuan, sa imong goal, sa imong mindset, and dili ra kay ka kuan
maapektuhan.
Maapektuhan. So I think when we talk about peace of mind, mo nang pasabot nga kuan, it's within you and in spite of the chaos.
Usually ba, I don't know if this is true sa. Pero kadaghanan akong makitaan nga medyo what's this? Okay, anyway. Ako, you magic just killed the chicken. Anyway, you murderer. Nakabantay ko ba, kanang peace of mind, usually, makitaan na to sa mga medyo guwang-guwang na. Nakabantay ka?
Yeah.
Kanang mga lulog-lula na to, di ba? Nga mura og at peace kayo sila sa tanan ba? Mura og kalman lang kayo sila sa tanan ba? Kay ang rason siguro niya na is mura og daghan na kayo silang naagian, daghan na kayo silang nakitaan. So nanas lagi tawag itong experience ba? So kana atong mga butang nga gipang kakulbaan na to para si mong inahan nga nagpanik nga wala pa siya nakakuha og ticket sa barko pag man di siya molarga di ay ended up mura og nakaagi na sila tanan na ba? So mo na silang medyo at peace sila kay kasabot na sila how the world works, di ba?
Yeah.
So mo na sila nga atong makitaan sa kadaghanan sa mga katiguangan is they're at peace. At least most of them.
Lagi.
Right?
I think in a way pod I could still say nga at peace akong mama in the sense nga bisa nag 6:30 and yet 7 mo larga ang barko, she's just like, oh, it's fine. Kana at peace siya sa iyang sa
Kamo lang nagagubot.
kami lang ang
Na-stress.
Ako lang na-stress. Ako lang iniingon na, mahalit na tama. It's like, it's fine.
But it could also be nga they're good at pretending, right? It's possible nga our parents are like that and we're also like that to our kids, right? Diba? Kanang termino nila nga kanang ilang expression nga, you know, don't fight in front of the kids, diba? You know what I mean? Dili ka magpakita ba? So maybe your mom is just trying to project calm, but I think he's probably also a volcano waiting to erupt inside, diba? Posible po, diba?
Posible.
So mo na siya nga kana peace of mind para nako dili na siya attainable good in the real sense of the word, at least on a consistent basis. So ang solution na gid niya na is to me is to embrace the chaos, meaning to say nga sabta na lang yun nga mo gini ang kalibutan nga dili gyud na mahimo nga gawas nga lagi kung magmungha ka nga dili na ka mo interact pwede manggali gyapon nga magmungha ka diya niya mahimon na makalit lag gawas masakit lang galit na naalan kang mapakan kag lamok for example niya madinggi ka for example that can happen even if you're a monk, di ba?
Yeah.
So dili gyapon gyud peace in the real sense of the word, di ba?
Pero I think mo po nang pasabot siguro nila nga finding peace within the chaos. I think mo siguro ang pasabot nila anak.
Okay.
In a way, you have achieved peace. It's just not literal nga peace. Kana I think mo nang pasabot
so if it's not a literal peace, what's a figurative peace?
Peace of mind.
Sa utok
sa
ra.
utok ra siya.
So peace of mind ang literal definition diyan na kalinaw sa imong utok. Dili pasabot nga ang kalibutan malinaw, imuharang utok malinaw. So mo nang peace.
Mo nang peace
of mind. So kanang butang nga tagsa ra kay ko makitaan nga tawo nga na peace of mind, di ba? Unsaon man pag-achieve ang peace of mind nga imong makitaan sa imong telepono, sa imong telebisyon, sa imong iPad, sa imong paligid, di ba? Kagahapon lang a few days ago na aksidente nga namatay, di ba? Na nabangga nga auto sa SRP nga amrag na ay structure dito nga nabungkag ang sakyanan, di ba? So daghan kayong mga dili peaceful mga pangitabo sa kalibutan ba?
Lagi.
How do you if you're a human being, if you look at all of these things, how do you not kaning be shaken by it?
Lagi. It's really hard to not be affected by these kinds of events, especially ang katong the motorcyclist nga who sadly passed away nga trying to overtake sa corner pero siya try overtake.
Dili pag ito sa busay nakinumdum ko ato niya murag kaila magikot to siya. Basta kay nakabantay ko ato nga murag nagkuyog may padung og saka bitaw nagsakay ko sa akong sakyanan unya namtoy like murag 5 o 6 kabuk mga motorsiklo, probably a little bit more niya nagpadung sila saka kusog kay padagan. So ano ba nga how can you not be shaken by incidents like that? Ikaw for example, this is another issue nga maybe when as a side note ba. Kani bitong makakita ka o aksidente. Ako kaning hadlukan jud kay ko tanan especially the sight of blood and all of that stuff niya kaning I don't feel like I'm the best person to help ba, because I don't have, although I took up nursing, pero murag I feel like murag lisod juga yung I'm not very confident ba about my skills. Ikaw ba like what's your automatic response kung makita ka aksidente, for example, ikaw ra yung usa ni human na aksidente nga na namatay nga tao, for example, ang God forbid, right? What do you do? Like what's your how do you deal with accidents? Kasi buhaton ni mong una, for example, nga ikaw dali ka, for example, kay pangita kasi mong inahan kay na late na imong inahan kay musakay siya sa barko padung sa butuan. Nya human na aksidente sa tubangan nimo.
Yeah.
Na malate na ka kung imong tabangon pa. Like how's that, man?
Well,
it's very tough, right?
yeah, very. I've actually been in that kind of situation.
Ikaw ang aksidente or ikaw ay naka-witness?
Naka-witness.
Okay, tell me.
I didn't witness the accident, Jude, but I saw the aftermath.
Okay.
Sa aksidente. So I was like, kato pa ni sa time nga na ako sa Butuan.
Okay.
And I was on my way to school, I believe. Gikan sa among place. So ang among place is it's a bit further away from the city proper, Jude.
Okay.
Layo kay me. And it's a rather lengthy travel from our place to there. But on the way to the city, just on the outskirts of the city, na ay merg four-way intersection there where a lot of kanang traffic, kaning mga dako kay mga truck, they pass by there. And on the way to school that day, I saw somebody on the road who was missing their head.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Holy guacamole. Is it a chicken or a person?
It was a person.
Oh my God. I asked because Kuya Magic just ran over a chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not relevant to that. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so it was two people nagsakay og motorcycle. And yeah, they lost control while trying to take a turn. And ang driver nalabay pa dong sa kilid.
So what did you do?
And ang passenger nalabay pa dong sa road. And well, it was not something you want to see going into school in the morning, in the early morning. And it definitely kind of shakes you, because it was also the kind of like the first or second. It was the first time I'd seen that kind of a gruesome scene, ba. And kuan jud siya na bothered jud ko ana.
So what did you do?
I think ang akong coping method at the time was to kind of talk about it.
No, but what did you do?
In that moment?
Oh.
Kuan man, we were just passing by the
so
scene.
wala ka ninaog.
Oh, wala ko ninaog.
Okay.
Kay kuan man, public utility vehicle to ko na. Nagsakay man kog tricycle at.
So wala sa nanghunong ang mga tao.
Oh, wala ra.
Okay, kang tendency mo gud sa mga tao gud is kung nakita aksidente
maghunong.
mga mangita sa drama ba, like mangita ka ng
storya or something
marites ba, mangita mahunong mo na ma-traffic og samot, di ba, kay kung na mabangga na aksidente, magtapok ang mga tao kuni magpahinay ka, unsa man na, di ba? They wanna hear the story ba. Literal and figurative breaking news bitaw.
Yeah, lagi pero kato kay murag aftermath na jud siya, so maybe ang katong nagtapok dito wala na, ni disperse na sila. So ang amo nakita or jud kay kuan ang after na kasi mga 20 minutes after sa accident.
I know. So I don't know, man. I still also don't know what to do when it comes to that. Like if I was thrust in a situation where like I don't know what to do. So there are people who are equipped to help in terms of emergencies, right? So I think it's important siguro nga I need to go to school for that. There's like a crash course on how to like handle emergencies, diba?
Well, I think walay crash course. You just need to be put in situations of emergencies.
I think there are
many times.
I think there are kind of mga air-off, kind of mga revo, mga emergency situations ba? At least na kayo mabuhat ba? For example,
i-simulate nila.
Oh, kanagong CPR and all that stuff. How to mobilize somebody, how to move somebody in an accident and all that stuff, or not move, and what numbers to call. You need to be equipped with that, and I think that is a skill that everybody should have.
I can agree.
Yeah, and I think, of course, the more you get exposed to stuff like that, the better you are at reacting to situations like that.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
You don't want. You also, that's also traumatic, right?
Yeah, it very.
So that's why it's better to be in a controlled setting, like in a school setting, but you are like made to be exposed to the same conditions, but not an actual person, getting hurt, which is a horrible sight. Anyway, so I wouldn't know what to do. And I think of course we're talking about Kalipay or Kalinaw ba. Naamang gyud mga unseen and fortuitous events, di ba? Sa atong kinabuhi, di ba, nga wa ta kibaw nga for example, mag-uwan nagkalit, di ba?
Oh, lagi.
For example, usahay magplano ko magmotor ko ron kay ganing init kay tanan, di ba?
Oo.
Ipadong nang tunga sa busay, muuwan nagkalit.
Oh.
Sa daghang kay mga butang nga dili ka maka-predict ba.
Yeah.
So kung magpispis ka diha, pag human ang imuhang peace is maapektuhan nagkalit kay nag-uwan nagkalit, whatever, di ba? Lisod kayo, di ba? So pero sakto ka, kanang peace of mind is actually an internal thing. It's not an external thing.
Yeah.
Pwede ang tibok kalibutan nagkagubat, pero ikaw kalma lang gihapon. Pero mura siya murag medyo weird lang siya, di ba? Weird siya ba pananaw sa ubang tao, so nganom ni siyang kalma man kay siya nga nagubot naman na diya.
Yeah.
Di ba murag kadaghanan sa mga tao again. Atong topic ganiya label. So na siya, he doesn't care. Di ba?
Yeah, lagi ka na.
Tohana kaning manhid man na siya.
Oh,
Nga na
wala
siya.
empathy.
Manhid man na siya nga akong suway-suway kupot iyang kamot, di man siya makupot og balik wa. Di ganhag label siguro. Di ba?
Yeah,
Di ba? So mura siya og dili siya matayog sa realidad ba.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a very kanang jarring thing to see. Nga you see somebody so calm in the middle of all the chaos ba. So
That's a very Buddhist concept, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Again,
yes.
but one of my favorite quotes about that is from the movie Tron. Katong ingon ako mo nga, the main character of the movie, si Flynn, when he said, he was saying, "Chaos, good news." So he was he was embracing the chaos because this is what's supposed to happen, So
okay.
chaos, good news. So kanang chaos, that's the default mode of the universe. So if you don't embrace it, you won't have peace of mind. So kinanglan nga sabto nimo ang kalibutan gubot gyud.
Yeah.
Normal lagi ng kagubot. So kung dili na nimo embrace ang kagubot, wa jud kay peace of mind.
Yeah. Wa pud kay if extension na pud since wa kay Kalinaw, wa pud kay Kalipay.
Di, pero kana kung Kalipay good, I think magod there's something of more frivolous about happiness in the sense nga a happiness can be had with a glass of wine.
Okay.
Diba?
Yeah.
You buy a wine that's 15 years vintage, right? And then you drink it, and then you have steak, and that's happiness, right?
Yeah, okay.
Kalipay man na, di ba? Dili na peace of mind, di ba?
Okay.
You don't feel peace of mind when you drink the best wine and the best steak. That's happiness, right?
Okay.
So, but it's very temporary.
Yeah.
You know, there's something transitory about happiness, right?
Yeah. In a way, but I think especially as how I was phrasing it earlier, and how I was understanding it when I said that earlier. When I think of happiness, I don't think of kanang quick moments of happiness, just quick shots of dopamine gani na makuha nimo from scrolling social media, from watching videos, from watching movies and all that. I think in a way that is a certain kind of happiness, pero it's not true happiness.
So unsa man true happiness day? So kana siguro maybe we should compare true happiness versus peace of mind. Unsa ba kanang murag true happiness? Unsa may pasabot nimo anang true happiness? So naaday false happiness, naaday fake happiness, naay true happiness. Sige, Pastor Ralph Chavez.
No.
Unsa man ang true happiness, and how do we reach true happiness?
First and foremost, having the peace of mind to accept the chaos that of the world. That's probably the first step.
So pinaka-basic yun ang peace of mind, eh?
Para sa ako.
Tanaw nimo.
Yeah.
Okay, sige. I'll go along with you. Sige, so you need peace of mind to be happy. Go ahead, continue. So nakay peace of mind, human.
So because na nakay peace of mind, madawat pud nimo ang mga sudden changes that comes with life, and makontento ra pud ka sa unsay naani mo.
You're talking about contentment, ha? Contentment is not happiness, ha?
I think it's an extent. I think it's an extension of it. Like
And I don't think so, man. Contentment is murag na kontento na lang ka. Di ba? Kontento ka dili ka
lang.
meaning to say na some people are forced to be contented. Some people embrace being contentment, right?
yeah, yeah.
Right? So para nako lahi ra kay na siya ba kanang
Okay.
kontento lahi man contentment, lahi man happiness good. Lahi ra man kay na sa tanan.
Okay. Unsay
But I'm going along with you. So
Yeah.
lahi man ang kontento, lahi man ang happiness.
Oh, well, para sa ako like
Ganun pareha.
they go hand in hand.
Of course, everything. They're all human emotions, so though they go hand in hand, and a person can feel both. But those are different things.
Okay.
Okay, you don't agree with me that happiness can be had with a glass of wine?
I agree na kuan pero like I don't view it as like lasting happiness.
Yeah, we're not talking about. We never use the word lasting in this conversation,
I
diba?
guess, yeah. That is a good point.
Yeah. So contentment is not happiness.
Pero I
Pero
think
for example, nakontento lang ko aning Carlo Rossi nga wine nga baratohon kay mura may ma-afford nako, di ba? Okay lang gyapon ni, lami lang gyapon ni. Pero kung ganahan ka happiness, tagaan kag mahalon nga wine, di ba? Di ba? Tagaan ka, lami kayo, di ba? And all that stuff, di ba?
yeah, pero I think like when trying to achieve like ang
kanami
concept.
objective nga lami, di ba? Na objective nga way lami, di ba?
Yeah,
Di ba? So mas malipay jud ka sa mukaon kag lami ka sa way lami. Sakto ko, di ba?
yeah.
Di ba?
Sakto.
So kung baratohon og lami nga wine, mahalon nga wine, the likelihood of malami tong wine nga mahalon is higher, di ba?
Higher, yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah. Pero like
So mas malipay jud ka tong mahalon nga wine kaysa baratohon, di ba?
yes, pero ang akong like what I want to put a distinction when it comes to like true happiness is I guess when I think of true happiness, it is most a combination lang jud of contentment, peace
But
of mind.
don't use other words.
Okay.
Let's not, because this discussion is about Kalipay o Kalinaw, di ba? So
Okay.
let's not try to borrow other words, because the premise here is that these are different words, di ba? Why are we having this conversation in the first place, di ba?
Oh,
So
okay.
so peace of mind versus happiness. Para nako kadaghanan nato nangita lang og kalipay, nangitag happiness, di ba? Kanang peace of mind murag lisod na siya in the sense nga mura og people cannot let go of personal belongings, cannot let go of things, cannot let go of relationships. You know, they have their loves and all of that stuff. So dili gyud ka ma peace of mind kay kung naa kay pinalangga, for example, mahadlo ka nga sumunsa pa lang ni si Ralph, nagmotor-motor ba dito sa padung sa busayo niya, pakusog og dagan si Ralph, di ba? Maunsa ka to siya. So even though nalipay ko nga kuyog ta, pero di ko maka angkon og peace of mind because ako kay ba unsay may tabo nimo. Kakuan ka sa distinction.
Yeah,
So
okay.
nalipay ko nga kuyog ta, pero wa ko'y peace of mind kay nag-adto man ka og tapos ng motor nga pakusog ni imong buhok na kayo, di ba? Di ba?
Okay,
So
okay.
muna, I think that's the distinction para nako og happiness o contentment.
Yeah, okay.
Or
Kalinaw.
kalinaw, peace of mind.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I can see where you're coming from there. Pero I guess I've never really thought about happiness separate from peace of mind. Pero sa ako, they've always gone hand in hand gani. Because I guess in a way it's because I'm trying to find like what I can consider like true happiness.
Okay.
Maybe it's part lang pud sa akong personal nga
Goal nimo.
goal.
So unsa man din ang true happiness di ay?
Oh,
So man siyang pasabot nimo na. You know, like I know it's an ideal, but how do you
how do you achieve it?
what is this idealized idealized feeling that you have about
Happiness.
happiness, and what makes it true? So now they fake happiness. So are you saying having an expensive glass of wine is fake happiness? Is that what you're suggesting here?
Well, not necessarily that. Pero there
No,
are.
let's overanalyze that particular situation for a while. Great glass of wine, you love it. Great piece of steak, you love it. You feel happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy, man. I am not going to replace this moment with anything in the world. Isn't that happiness? What's so fake about that? There's nothing fake about that happiness.
Yeah. Well,
Temporary, yes,
yeah.
but not fake.
I never said it was
So,
fake.
but you're making a distinction now because there's true happiness, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so as opposed to fake happiness, there must be true happiness. So, what is fake happiness, Day?
Well,
So, temporary and fake are not the same, right? So,
yeah, temporary and fake are not
So,
the same.
what is fake happiness, Day?
Well, I think like there are some people who go through life who claim to be happy, but deep down inside, it's not necessarily the case.
But it's just a claim, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a claim. Pero,
So that's fake happiness.
yeah, especially if they're trying to project this happiness
But
to
the
other people.
fake happiness is just a label. Label naman na siya, di ba? Kanang happiness in its core, di ba? The brain can't distinguish between a movie and real life, di ba? When you look at your brain, ang stimulation sa imong brain watching a movie and being in real life are the same, right? So we can't distinguish between reality and fake, di ba? In terms of the way we perceive things, di ba?
Yeah.
So when you say fake happiness, I don't think there's fake happiness.
You don't think there's a
Yeah,
such
in
thing?
in that context ba? Watching a movie and reality are the same to in our brains. So kung nalipay juga. Maski fake pa to, pero nalipay man ka. Kakuan ka.
Yeah,
So
gets.
you're still happy. Maybe it was stimulated by something fake, but it's not fake happiness. So I'm wondering what you mean by true happiness, because the opposite of true happiness is fake happiness.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what is fake happiness then? Unsa man ang kaning dili tinuod nga kalipay?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get at that. But I think like especially because people can especially sa social media, they like to project a certain their lifestyle is able to attain kanang happiness.
But that's not true.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not true in the sense nga that's not the full picture. But they could be happy for 1 second, or whatever time they took to consume the fish and chips.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
From what's his name,
Lagi.
the British guy.
So I think
who's got a
so
temper.
I think like I guess ang akong what I'm trying to get at is happiness that lasts longer than just a moment.
So time din na di ay. So pila man ka minutes ang happiness nga matro niya, pila man nga fake. Kakuan ka?
Yeah, I get ako.
So,
Pero I haven't really found the answer to these questions yet. It's something I'm trying to explore siguro. Nga, pero I know there's maybe hyper idealized reputation, pero I know there's a certain level of there's levels to happiness, and there is a certain level of happiness that I am trying to attain personally. Pero I guess I can't really put it into words just yet. Siguro.
So there is a hyper idealized happiness. So, but when you say hyper idealized, you're the ones who's hyper idealizing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, what is that? There's like happiness on steroids, right? So
Maybe.
So, how do you hyper idealize a happiness then? Like, when you're happy about something, is having that something forever hyper idealized happiness? For example, nakakay ganahan nga babae may imong ganahan yut sa nakay babae nga ganahan kayo kanyan in love ka, di ba? Lipay kay ka. So para madugay imong kalipay, imo siyang pakaslan, paminyuan mo siya, di ba? So is that what you mean by hyper idealized happiness, nga dili ra man na mahimo nga kausara ka adlaw malipay, ganahan ka nga kada adlaw sa imong kinabuhi malipay ka, so magminyo mo. So is that what you mean by hyper idealization of happiness?
But that's probably one way of hyper idealizing happiness. Pero I seriously need to think about this more siguro. Pero
Kamo diha tabangisan mi diri. Oy, Mura naglibog naman nakuta na mga utok na among gistoryahan gyud is Kalinaw ra gyud og Kalipay. Asa may mas manindot, asa may more worthy goal, Kalipay o Kalinaw. Kay kanang Kalipay murag exciting man di ba? Mo travel ka, mo adto ka diri, das kanang Kalinaw murag boring, medyo boring ng Kalinaw sa. Di ba murag boring man ng Kalinaw siguro eh. Di ba murag di ba like mangita gyud kagubot ang tao siguro eh, di ba? Mo lagi akong gi-theorize lagi nga nagsugot ng problema kay magawas ta sa cave, nigawas ta sa cave, di ba? Kung nalipay lang kontento lang ta sa cave, ganahan gyud tao og kaning maboard gyud ta ba? Ganahan gyud mangitag problema, mangita og buhaton, di ba? Kung manghinampiling lang ta, murag lisod kayo, kapoy kayo, di ba?
Lagi.
So kung ganahan mo mutambag na mo, i-text lang mo in town, oy. 0999-887-6070 sa YouTube Tops Media Center. Please press subscribe. Sa TikTok Tops Media Center, sa Facebook Tops Media Center. Apil lang sa among chat group, amo ang message board and so on and so forth. Ang word of the day kuno ni matud pa ni Kuya Magic kay kanang kuno ni Rafi kuno kanang sani Kuya Magic mo na siyang favorite word sa Binisaya nga kung mangita ta og mo group ta og other words ba di ba? Sa termino ana?
Basta naman to specific term. I forgot
anyway,
what it was.
So kanang mo na atong paborito nga word kung wa ta kay ba unsang nga word kanang atong gamiton. So kanang atong gamiton to look give us like pause ba?
Yeah.
Kay mahadlok mo tag peace good, mahadlok tag pause, di ba? Mahadlok tag pause kay murag ako nagdako ko nagtubo ko sa radyo nga kanang kahilom, kamingaw, deadly kanang mortal sin na siya.
Yeah.
So kinang sige jud kag bugot-but, sige jud kag storya halo para dili ma dead air. Pero karon I've learned nga nindot sa na paminaw ng Kalinaw o kamingaw, di ba? So mo ang problema gid nato is we're trained to first we're always stimulated ba, di ba?
Yeah.
Dili gid mahimo nga wa tay buhaton, di ba? Kay mura og abnormal man siya, oh. Di ba? Anong nanginpiling naman siya, di ba? Atong badlong, si panginimpiling dia, di ba? Bantay ka nga, badlungon ka sa atong inahan.
Yeah.
Si panginimpiling dia. Murag at peace kay ko diri nganong hilabtan man ko di mo, eh. Di ba? So murag dili gid na mahimo kanang peace siguro mo na siyang idealized state of being ba. Pero murag dili gyud na siya achievable bitaw in the sense nga mura og extended period of time. Dili gyud na siya achievable for most people again. Sure, unless you're a monk in Tibet, right? Dili gyud na siya achievable. So kanang peace of mind spurts na siya ba? Dili gyud na siya unlike happiness nga you can like go on vacations forever, like drink forever or watch the entire season of whatever TV series that you like forever, like like pila ka oras, di ba? Or doom scroll. Lipay man na.
Yeah.
So mo na siyang kalipay. Kanang ka kontento, murag it can be just like spurts, like every once in a while we're at peace, right? Then all of a sudden you start thinking and at the end of peace, right?
That's mo balik na
so kanang mga Buddhist practices mo na siya nga murag attractive kay tan-awon kay they have achieved nirvana, di ba? All that stuff. So mo na siya nga murang akong gi-idealize if pwede magali na described as such nga na-idealize nako kanang the Buddhist way of looking at the world. We have a bunch of people who are at peace and listening to us. Kinsa man ni mga tawhan natay CFO nga naminaw na to.
Yeah,
Kuyawan sa tanang CFO.
Si Benjamin CFO sa atong TikTok
live. Unsa man iyang apelyido no? Chief Financial Officer na siya. Kung CFO na siya niya, financial ang ang pasabot niya. Tagay sad mi ang imong finances oy. Di ba?
Share pud.
Share pud para ma at peace pud mi dire nga dili mi pangitaon sa bangko or sa mga nami utang, di ba?
Lagi.
Di ba?
Yeah, napud si Lizel Tio, May Langato and Bell. Maayong buntag kaninyo diha.
Maayong buntag ninyo diha. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice, the radio personality formerly known as Jiggy Jr. And
I'm Raf Chavez,
the radio personality formerly known as
Chubby Boy.
And you're listening to Top of the Morning. Ang among gihisgutan karong buntaga kay nag-chill-chill raman man diha. Kay wa man mo'y trabaho, wala man mo'y klase is Kalinaw versus Kalipay. Kanang bakasyon tan-aw nako. Kalipay gyud na siya. Atong gipangita ng bakasyon, Kalipay gyud. Ang ako kung pangutanon jud ko nimo, Ralph, kada bakasyon pareho gyud akong buhaton. Ganahan na jud ko mag-squat, maminaw sa hangin or maminaw sa dagat. Unya maybe I'll have that expensive wine that you're talking about, or the whiskey or beer, whatever, and that's it.
Okay.
I'm actually a very boring traveler. If you look at me, I don't want to do anything when I'm traveling. Right? What's the point of traveling if you don't do anything, right? But I beg to disagree. I think it's just just change of environment also kind of helps. Unsa atong mga kanya?
Maayong buntag pud ani mo, Federico P. Villadolid.
Federico.
Maestro din nako sa
Oy,
una.
Oy. Oy, kaning teacher, nangay lifeline si Chubby Boy, imong former Chubby Boy, now Ralph Chavez, kuyo na kaning pangan, pwede na sa CNN. Dili na Chubby Boy, di man gud dawato ni Wolf Blitzer gud ang Chubby Boy kano. So Ralph Chavez, unsa kuno nang kanang Kalipay, oy. Unsa nang happiness kuno? How do you find happiness? Ang akong contention niya, giingon ko niya nga kanang glass of wine, that's can be happiness, di ba?
Yeah. So I think nindot pa siya pangutan-on kay he's a philosophy. He's into philosophy.
Philosopher din ni, pilosopo ni day.
Pilosopo pud ni.
Oh,
so, Sir Federico, what do you think ang diferensya between Kalipay o Kalinaw? And napod siya ipangutan na po sa ato. He says, what is your cogito between fake happiness versus false happiness?
Unsa man ang cogito? Ako ibawon cogita ra gyud.
Unsa man ang cogita?
Cogita di ba mo ra man kaning unsa man si creature man ng cogita?
Na day na?
Cogita. Si creature ng cogita. I don't know what cogito is. Unsa man ang cogito be?
Gi-search po na ko sa...
wala. Naminaw siya ro? Wala naminaw siya ibang klase na. Unsa man ni si Ralph, oy?
Nakalimot na. Senior high pa man dito. So.
Cogito. Unsa man ang cogita be?
Ang cogito kay koan, the principle establishing the existence of a being from the fact of its thinking or awareness.
So may being. Anong being man na siya? I mean, like, unsa man na? Nalumos na ito ani samot ani da
we're nasamot ako
taga-ilim mi concept, taga-ilim ka ng mga simple lang mga ideas kay murag lawom na kaysanan
bitaw
kanang mabaw ram kay mi Kalipay good ni ni Ralph dire good. 0999-887-6070. Join us in our conversation about Kalipay or Kalinaw. Asa may mas maayo nga pangitaon or even achievable? Kalipay or Kalinaw? Peace of mind or happiness? What do you think? Let us know. Text 0999-887-6070. You can join us on YouTube, Tops Media Center, on Facebook, Tops Media Center, also on TikTok, Tops Media Center, and join us in our conversation here on Top of the Morning with me, Jiggy Juice, and Ralph Chavez on the other line.
Yan na si Sir Federico nga. Actually, Sir Rafael Chavez is one of my idol student. Kuno siguro. Kuno.
So anyway, ayun na si kuan diha. Tabangin naman sa mong problema dari Federico, sir. So maning among gipangita, Kalipay or Kalinaw. Di ba? Kanang peace, di ba? Karon nam jud kang gugubat, di ba? Si Zelensky versus Putin, di ba? Vladimir Putin, di ba? Niya paghuman gihusay sila suway ni Tito Trump nato, di ba? Tito Trump nato kay atong relasyon sa Amerika friendly man ta, di ba? Friends man ta. Naman tay label atong friendship sa Amerika, friends man ta, di ba?
Lagi.
In the geopolitical sense, di ba? Ang atong mga kaaway in the geopolitical sense katong giawayan nato nga dagat isla sa may spot list sa South China Sea, sa lugar di ba? What do you call that place again?
West Philippine Sea.
West Philippine Sea. So anyway, gi-broker man ang peace, di ba? Kay moment kuno atong ganahan Kalinaw, di ba? So pasabot ana kanang peace of mind kaning mo gina atong ganahan di ay anong nagtapok man ang mga European nations, di ba? Because I think peace of mind, you're right, it allows for prosperity.
Yeah.
Di ba? Kay kung naay kagubot, walay kalipay, di ba? Walay progress, pero kanang Kalinaw ma-achieve ba gyud na? Mo pangutana.
Yeah.
I mean, is true peace achievable?
Yeah.
That's another question, right?
Yeah, that's
Kung
another
ingon man ka
question
nga
entirely.
true happiness, di ba? Kanang true
Oo.
peace po lahi po na siya.
Lahi po na.
Pero para nako kanang peace of mind
Mm.
is really just where everything exists.
Mm-mm.
That is in your mind. Because if you really think about it, everything exists only in your mind, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Kana atong ipangtan-aw karon, we're just perceiving them to be, di ba? Hikap ko og cellphone, di ba?
Yeah.
So the cell phone exists in your mind because you can touch it, you can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it when you make a phone call, di ba? So I guess importante siguro na nga kay muscle man ang brain, sakto ba ko? Muscle ang brain.
Yeah.
It's kind of muscle, right? Kailangan na siguro nag-practice siguro ng peace of mind, right? Kailangan siguro practice, di ba? Naman to'y nai-answer si Cogito, si Federico de Cogito naman.
Cogito. Ana si Sir Fred nga kan. Cogito means imong thinking or idea according to René Descartes. So ang iyang pangutana day gaina is what is your idea between fake happiness versus false happiness?
Ito, lisod na. Actually, that's why I asked you about it. Because I don't know what true happiness means, and true happiness presupposes there's fake happiness.
And yeah, unsay diferensya sa fake happiness ug false happiness.
For example, naay dal nga babay, naay tinudunay nga babay, di ba? Di ba? For example, what's my purpose? Well, we can't talk about it on the air, but a doll can get you to the same place as a human being in one aspect of emotion, di ba?
Yeah.
Kapuyag lihay-lihay oy, but anyway, ay lang na kay masig slide tani atong slippery slope da.
Lagi. Oh wait, reply siya sa atong pangutana gani. Kalinaw and Kalipay both both achievable na si guys, that is part of man's virtue.
Okay.
So they're both something achievable. Pero nabay unsa may maingon nimo Sir Fred nga ang distinction between sa Kalinaw ug Kalipay, like unsay diferensya ani nila kay sa among paghiskot dire kay murag napod may differing understanding ni Jiggy about sa unsa ning Kalipay ug Kalinaw. Para sa ako man jud, like especially starting off sa conversation namo, ang Kalinaw ug Kalipay go hand in hand. Pero para kay Jiggy na joy distinction ang duha. So what about sa imo Sir Fred, kay kuan man pud ka into philosophy man pud ka, philosopher man pud ka parehas ni Jiggy. What do you think ang diferensya sa Kalinaw ug Kalipay?
Oo na, Sharon.
I guess naitao ni abot sa station na to.
Akin sam to, tahan ako yawan sa ta. Basig si Descartes ito. So Descartes.
Oh, basi ni abot si René Descartes kay.
Yeah.
Naingon man niya pangalan.
Atong tak na karon alauna 45 sa kabuntagon. Today is of course a holiday, National Heroes Day. Ang hisugutan karon mutaga Kalipay ug Kalinaw, which is achievable, which is a more ideal goal, which is a better goal, to be happy or to be at peace. Posible masadbay nga. Mo lagi atong hisugot lagi ni mo lagi nga na amangyoy kibaw ka nga. Hey, good morning, Kuya Magic.
Good morning, Magic.
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Did you run over a chicken?
Yeah.
Why did the chicken cross the street, right?
Yeah, good.
Kinsay sulte na. Philosopher man na, di ba?
Philosopher ba to or karang komedyante?
Philosopher na eh.
Ay, feel ako komedyante.
Yeah. So, naagi path to happiness. At least people, based on the books that they have published, mga self-help books, blah blah blah, right? So na padungan na ay pamaagi nga malipay ka. For example, na kay tagaan ka og na maghimo ka negosyo, di ba? Paghuman kaning mo-succeed ka niya, palit ka og yate niya, paghuman bakasyon ka tibok kalibutan, di ba? That is a path, di ba?
That's
to happiness, di ba? Pero kung ganahan kag peace of mind, kipaw ka nga gubot kayo ng kapoy kayo ng magnegosyo ka.
Yeah, lagi.
Dagkang kayog tao nga imuhang i-hire. So complicated kay ba? So kung ganahan kag peace of mind, ay nalang na. Agon ka? So I think that's a clear distinction of peace of mind and happiness.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Right? Kaya
yeah.
kung nakay responsibilidad manggod, kung nakay daghan kayong responsibilidad nga dili na nga nimo maato,
Mm-mm.
dili na ka malipay na, di ba?
Yeah, I
Di ba?
guess.
Daghan na kay kag mga butang nga dili nimo makontrolar, di ba? Na mga variables, di ba?
Yeah.
Kay I think part of peace of mind, I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, is your ability to be able to predict the outcome. In a way nga mura og kibaw ka unsay may tabo. Kung dili ka kibaw unsay may tabo, basig ma-stress ka para sa imong inahan nga mopalit og ticket niya human molarga siya sa nasa ka meeting nga wala diay ang igsuon diay.
Yeah,
Mas daghan kay mga variables ba. So mo nang anxious ka, mo nang maglibog ka.
Oh.
Pero kung kibaw ka sa what's happening? Kibaw ka sa resulta, then ma-at peace ka. Right? Right? Kibaw ka sa outcome ba? Kibaw ko sa si Ralph kaning naharaman sa siyang kwarto. Dili ni siya mabanggaan or maligsan kay so amo ni pagkaligsan nga namas kwarto, di ba? So
Yeah,
safe
something
ka.
like that.
So I'm at peace. I have peace of mind as far as your well-being is concerned, as far as your physical health is concerned.
Yeah.
So mo na peace of mind.
Yeah,
Mo na peace of mind.
Mo nang distinction ni sa kanjud sa
Kanang
happiness.
happiness kay kaning mo lagi ang happiness is i-pursue pa na siya kinahanglan pa na siya og daghan nga buhaton. Although this is not to say nga having peace of mind is also not a body of work. Well, it becomes a lot of work if a person has been living a certain kind of life. Lisod siya ibalik. Pero kung nagsugod ka, nagmata ka, nga nagkat-on ka og how to be present, how to have peace of mind, dili siguro ka ay dakong trabaho. I suspect.
Yeah, probably. Pero I feel like I think ang kanang a view of peace of mind, it's more emptying the mind rather than kan.
That's the whole idea of
peace of mind.
Buddhism, right?
Buddhism.
Oh, di ba? Nga mura man na siya the emptying of the mind, di ba? Nga, of course, kanang things and relationships and everything else weigh you down, di ba? Because like kung naakay Maserati ang gipark mo tunga-tunga sa kolon, di ba? Nya human imo lang biyaan nito di ka maglabad imo nga so, garason ka to ni mga tao dito, di ba? Di ka kulong carbon dito, di ba? So wakay peace of mind, pero kung wakay sakinan, wakay hinaon nga sakinan nga garason or kawaton, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
So in a way, the persons these two people have different different anxieties, di ba? Maybe the person who doesn't have a Maserati probably has a stomach problem kay wa siya kaon. pero wa siya problema sa usa ka tawo nga naay mahal nga sakyanan, di ba?
Yeah. I can.
Lain ilahang problema pero ang usa kung makakaon to siya, kung nga siya nangandoy og mahalon nga sakyanan, then in many ways he can have peace of mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So kanang atong mga pangandoy mo din ay maka-stress to di ay. Sakto ba ko ba? Sakto ba ko?
Or dili lang ang sole reason siguro pero makadungag lang siguro. Pero dili.
So nganong mangandoy pa man ta? Nganong mangandoy pa man ta? Why isn't having peace of mind a worthy goal? Nganong mangandoy pa magitag lain? Nganong manig peace of mind lang di ay? Why don't we just start with that? Nga naman because we're trained, we've been programmed to do this and do that and reach your dreams and all of that stuff. Is that what we've been programmed to aspire, to want, to desire?
Yeah, maybe it is just social programming, diba?
Okay.
Now you're told when you're young that you can achieve so many things. Whatever you want right now, try your best to achieve it. Those kinds of things, and then you give yourself.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's wrong, pero I guess it's part of like the kanang
the human condition.
Yeah, the human condition.
That's what we are. kita ana man kita. Like
Mm-mm.
it's not just in school. It's not just programming. That's really our constitution, our DNA, if you wanna call it that, di ba? Ana man kita mangandoy man kita siguro,
Siguro, yeah.
di ba? Mangita man kita masayon,
Mm.
di ba?
Or mangita tag something different sa atong kinabuhi, something to change.
So, but usually change for the better, di ba?
yeah, change for the better.
Oh, kaya pwede posible man nga, you just need to have a different view. Different view, meaning to say nga, ang bintana nimo igabli nimo diri sa Busay lahi pad kung naani na imong kwarto na sa Paris, di ba? Igabli nimo lahi pad imong makitaan ka Eiffel Tower, igabli nimo diri imong makitaan kay view sa Cebu City from tops, di ba?
Yeah.
So maybe that kind of view is just as happy, but we're not talking about that. What are we talking about then?
What are we talking about?
I have no idea. Kalinaw or Kalipay? What are your thoughts? Ang philosopher na to, ang naglisod gali.
Oh, like wa pa siya ka hatag sa iyang distinction sa duha sa.
Yeah. But I think life is about contrast. Contrast ba? Kay dili man sa kakibaw og unsa nang kalinaw kung way kagubot,
True.
di ba? So dili man sa kakibaw unsa nang kalipay kung wa kay kaguol, di ba? So what is that quote that says something like like love, happiness, tragedy, like bring them all on. I want to be able to experience the entire spectrum of emotions of a human being. That's what I want. Somebody once said that. Who said that? Something like that. Like terror and love and happiness. Let me feel all of those emotions, and I think that's what it is. To be a human being is to feel every single emotion. To say that you have lived, and I know that I've felt terror, I've felt pain, I've felt happiness, I've felt joy, I've felt peace, I've felt war. Bring them all on. I think that's what it is to live.
Okay.
That's what it means to live, and I think and I think that's a worthy goal.
Yeah. I can't really find kinsa ni nag-make anang quote. Or maybe we can just quote you na lang.
I think it was Voltaire who said that. Anyway. So yeah. So I think that's a worthy goal. I think and if you felt all of those emotions, then I think then you're at peace. You know what I mean? Then you know peace.
Because na experience na nimo, therefore
and you're still there. And masayo na lang ang peace of mind ba because you felt everything. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Kuya Magic is getting ready for his magic show. What is happening, Kuya Magic?
Magic hour.
He's actually a cock murderer. He killed a fighting. Was it a fighting cock, Kuya Magic? What did you kill, or just
It's a regular chicken.
how do you know it's a regular chicken? He's making a label now, a regular chicken as opposed to a special chicken.
This is the sixth time I've done it. Sixth time in my term here in.
Really?
Yes.
So what's the color of the chicken?
It's just a brown standard chicken.
So Bisaya na
Probably
chicken,
most
Bisaya.
Bisaya.
That's probably female. That's probably a mother.
I don't know. It cost me.
Wait, let me just explain to you what you've done. It's probably a mother, right? Because it's brown. And if you killed it, there are probably kids waiting for her.
My gosh, Jiggy.
And how about the boyfriend or the
Why do you have to
husband?
make
Right?
this so worse?
And the husband of that female chicken hen. How about the rooster? What do you?
I don't know.
How do you explain that to them?
I was probably more angry at the fact that they didn't lock their chickens up rather than thinking about if it's going home to its children or not. And it damaged my bumper.
Oh, what kind of a chicken is that?
I don't know.
Usually
Usually it's dogs who damage cars, right?
Yeah, well, I just don't have much luck with chickens. I think it's because of all these bad
Wait a
chicken
minute.
jokes.
Do you eat chicken?
I do. And
that's why.
since I'm on my new medication, I'm not allowed to eat any red meats. I'm only allowed to eat chicken now. So maybe it's karma.
Other chickens can detect chicken murderers.
That's probably what it is, Jiggy.
Yeah.
I've switched my diet to chicken only.
Yeah.
Only just last week.
Exactly.
So maybe it's a sign.
You're a species. You hate a specific kind of animal, and you just want to eat them, right? So
I don't hate animals, Jigs. I love animals.
No, you love animals, but you just hate a specific kind, which is the chicken. That's why you eat them. Do you hate chicken, Kuya Magic?
Well, no.
Huh?
I don't hate chickens.
Well, why do you eat them? Why do you murder them? Why do you kill them? Why do you run
Because I
them
have
over?
no choice. It's the only food I'm allowed to eat while I'm on these meds right now.
Oh, so it's for
okay.
survival.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you want to not die at the expense of another species, that is chicken, right? Right? So do you think your life is more important than all of the chicken that you have eaten? Good question, right?
Yeah,
Ah.
that is.
It's somewhere up there in the random questions. I mean, it's not a question you get asked every day.
So do you think your life is more important than every single chicken you have eeten?
I do believe so. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why is that? Why do you value your life more than all of the chicken you have eaten?
Well, I don't really know, bro. I don't know the answer to that. I think it's more of a fact that chickens have helped me to stay alive, I guess.
But it doesn't have to be
And my
chicken.
daughter likes chicken nuggets.
Wait a minute, but it doesn't have to be chicken. See, that's the thing. You don't have to eat animals, right? You can eat like plants, for example.
Yeah, but I would probably look and act different.
Really? You think so? You think so?
Mm.
Why would you act different? Maybe he's talking about a specific kind of plant.
Maybe.
You don't eat that. You don't eat that kind of plant, although they're edibles. But you don't eat that kind of plant.
Yeah, well,
You smoke them, right?
I don't think I've ever smoked a chicken before. But I have eaten smoked chicken.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
And
That's a
you also
different thing.
smell the smoke coming off of a chicken grilled.
Yeah.
A chicken being grilled, right? So you have smoked chicken indirectly. but
It's the most random thing ever. I wish I would never told anyone.
I know, right? But you're okay, right? But your bumper's not.
I'm okay.
But you know what happened
The
in
vendor is okay as well. He was a
the vendor?
yeah.
What
the,
do you?
the guy I paid the money to.
So the chicken and so there's an actual. You forgot to talk about the person that you ran over.
Oh, no.
What do you?
We don't care about him. That's all right.
He's not a chicken. I can't eat him.
Don't care about humans.
Your survival is.
I cry more at animal deaths more than human death.
Yeah, I actually spoke to somebody who said something like, I like animals more than humans.
Well, don't get me wrong. I get sentimental and upset, but
Yeah.
I think it hits harder when it's an animal. I think mostly because they don't answer back and they just live their lives, and you can relate to them so much. That's why
Yeah, but it has
dogs
to
are
be.
your best
But it has
friends
to be a
and stuff.
specific kind of animal, right? It can't be just any animal. Like a cockroach, you have to kill,
Wow.
right?
Well,
I read
well.
something. I read.
Well,
something.
there are trends going around right now with people chilling with the cockroaches. So I guess
What?
yeah,
How do you chill with a
they're lying
cockroach?
on the bathroom floor singing a song while another cockroach is laying down on its back.
Really now?
It's a trend.
That's a trend. Somebody actually made that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Really now?
So yeah, every species, you never know. We might die and come back as a cockroach. And for all those people, all those times we've killed.
I don't know if it was Nietzsche who said something like, if you kill a cockroach, you're a hero. If you kill a butterfly, you're a monster, right?
Mm.
Wow.
Right? Was it Nietzsche who said that?
I don't know,
So
actually.
so murder has aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does, yeah. I guess so,
So
yeah.
if you kill a cockroach, you're a hero. If you kill
Yeah.
a butterfly, you're a monster.
But if you kill a cockroach wearing a tuxedo, it's different.
Oh.
Okay, good point. Good
Because-
point.
Why,
it
why,
becomes-
why would you kill a tuxedo monster, right?
Yeah,
Never.
yeah.
I would never kill a monster with tuxedo. A cockroach on a tuxedo. Never.
Another trending video is that guy in Spain who has a cockroach on his shoulder that performs and does tricks. Some woman squashed it the other day because they
What?
they thought it was just
Wait.
a regular cockroach,
Are you serious?
but it
right now?
killed his business.
So was it like a trained cockroach?
it was a trained cockroach.
Don't cockroaches live like a short period of time?
I know.
So
yes.
enough time for you to train. Enough time for that.
Yeah, it was a
person-
trained cockroach.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
I am very serious right now.
Maybe we should.
I will
start,
find the video.
we
Jiggies,
should
and show
start
you.
training cockroaches,
Maybe
right?
we should. Maybe we
Yeah.
should. Maybe
Oh,
they
you
can
got
help us-
jumping fleas, and you got flea circus, and cockroaches. They can. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
yeah. Maybe the cockroaches can help us clean this place every now and then. No.
Oh, it's not that bad here. Thank you very much.
That's something I've never heard uttered, man. Maybe cockroaches can help clean this place. I've never heard those words uttered in that arrangement, man.
Never have I. But I get the point.
Yeah.
But I tell you, it's not apply here. We're relatively clean.
Yeah,
We're good. We're good actually.
we're good.
Although we are missing our cricket friend.
Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy
I was
Cricket that
gonna
used to
bring
be
that up.
here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Kuya Magic is coming up next. Get ready for the magic. What's the magic hour today?
Magic Hour is Zulu Warriors today.
Who's the Zulu? What's a Zulu warrior?
So Zulu Warrior is kind of like music from all the warrior movies that you used to watch, and
okay.
kind of like Legend of Zelda, Karate Kid, and all Jackie Chan movies. It's a nice little warrior theme. So yeah, join us. It's
Like
gonna be fun.
Eye of the Tiger? Is that?
Of course, Rocky. Of course.
So that's part of the Zulu.
Zulu Warrior. Yeah, it's called Zulu.
What-
The reason why it's called Zulu.
What
is
time
because
is the magic hour?
the magic hour? Is 1 till 2.
Okay, thank you so much. And please join us in our conversation and help us crack the code. Which is a better way which is, to live? What's a better, more, much loftier and ideal goal? Happiness or peace of mind? Or are they interchangeable? Are they one and the same, or are they different? Let us know. Post your comments on our Facebook page. Where can they find all of these videos, Ralph, so they can join us in our conversation? Go ahead, sir.
You can find us over at Tops Media Center on YouTube, TMC 105.1 on Facebook, Tops Media Center on TikTok, and of course, you can reach out to us on our mobile number. What's our mobile number again, Jake?
0999 887-6070. It's actually on the screen. Don't you see that?
Oh, yeah, I do see it now.
0999 887-6070. Please help us crack the code. Unsa magay mas maayo, Kalipay or Kalinaw? Here's a place that I love. Aside from the sea, the ocean, I also love the mountains. That's why I love it here at Tops. This one is a Cebuano Bisaya classic from Susan Fuentes. Sa Kabukiran. Sa in English pa, in the mountains. I hope you enjoyed here in 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu music.